field of shadows. Flowers slowing down by the cover of a willow. Got down on his buried all of his hopes and dreams there beside quiet stream, waiting for the summer wake and bloom. With the shovel in his hand,
먹겠습니다.
참외 맛있다.
Nothing ever the ground laid fallow, only dirt beneath his shoes. Some dreams are just meant to stay alone inside. Have lost the seed. It's dead and broken,
잘할 것 같아요.
will never bloom.
아빠 국물이 없어서 아이가 원래
It's dead and broken,